Hey there friends, I am so excited to introduce you to some new products at Elle Studio. The Pocket Frame and Flip Up Metal Die, the Extra Frames Metal Die, Collected Stamp, and Everyday Tabs Volume 2 Metal Die. In this video, I want to share some of the amazing things that you can create with these dies and the stamp together. So let's take a look at what they can do. When I first receive my dies, I like to use wire cutters to cut them apart and to take off the sharp little edges. I don't like to catch my fingers on them or my clothing. So you'll want to cut apart all of your dies so that they are all separate. Okay, so now everything is separate and I have all the little sharp edges cut off. First, I want to show you what you can do with the base. So this big piece here is called the base, and I'm going to use that on the brand new polka dot paper stack just to cut out a flip pocket card. Simple and easy. Using this one die, you can create the base that you can put into a pocket and flip up. But if you want to do something a little bit extra with it, you can create a little tab so that it makes it easier for you to flip up the pocket. Here I'm using the Collected Stamp and some Close to My Heart ink to stamp a little tab in orange ink. And then I'm going to put a saying on the inside. It's great that all of these fit inside of the tab so that you can use a mix of different phrases to add to your tab so that you always have a different pocket. So this one will say lift up here in navy. And then I'm just going to use my Everyday Tabs Volume 2 metal die to cut that out. Now on my platform I have a magnetic mat so that my dies stay in place. If you don't have that, you can use a post-it note or you can use washi tape to keep these perfectly in place so that you can run them through your machine. Now that I have my little lift up here tab, I'm just going to use some mini staples and attach that to the front of the tag. Then you can put any kind of embellishment you want on the front. You can adhere a photo to the front if you'd like. Anything that you want to add, it's simple and easy. You just pop it into a pocket and you have an easy flip up tab. You can put journaling on the inside to keep it hidden or any kind of photo, anything you want to add. Next up, I'm going to show you how you can use the base along with a frame. I'm using the rectangular frame that comes with the pocket and frame flip-up metal die. And you just simply center that inside the base and it's perfectly cut for you. So you don't have to pull out your paper trimmer and make sure that you get it centered. It's just simple and easy. Then you can add your photo to the inside. If you adhere it on the top of the frame, then you're going to have a flip up with your photo so that you can add journaling to the inside. You could also adhere it both to the top and the bottom to create a framed photo without the flip up that you can simply slide into your pocket. There's also a square frame that comes with the pocket and frame flip up metal die, and here you can see that I've used the square frame. It's like a Polaroid style, and I'm putting my picture inside of it and just trimming it so it fits perfectly inside that square frame. Now on this one, I'm making it not a flip up, so I'm adhering my photo to the base and then I'm going to adhere the frame on top of it so that I can simply just slide that into my pocket. So here you have two different frame options that come with the pocket and frame flip up metal die. Now there's also an extra frames metal die. It's kind of like an add-on to the original. This one has three different frames, which I just love. The one that I'm using here is rectangular and it has a really cool stitched edge. So let me show you this one. This really shows up well on plain cardstock. If you use a pattern paper, you might not notice the stitch edges as much. But look what a great detail that adds to that frame. And then you simply cut your photo to fit inside, and it creates a really beautiful frame. You can make this one a flip up or a simple frame. There are 3 different options in this extra frames metal die: a scallop, a notched edge, and a stitched edge. I really love all 3 and they add a really pretty detail. The pocket frame and flip up metal die also creates pocket cards, and I'm really excited about this. Once you cut the base die, you simply put your pocket shape, whether it's a notch or a tab, on your base, and that creates the perfect pocket. It's according to where you place it as to how deep your pocket is. So you can have an extra deep pocket or a shallow pocket. The choice is up to you. And you can just play around with this to see what you like best. And you can put a photo in. Here I'm using the collected stamp to add a little pull tab for my photo. Once I stamped my tab from the collected stamp, then cut it out using the Everyday Tabs Volume 2 metal die, I simply staple it to my photo, put it in the pocket, and slip it in the page protector. So you don't necessarily even need to adhere the sides of the pocket because the page protector holds it in place perfectly. Another thing that these pockets can do really well is hold ephemera. So I've cut the base die here, and next I'm going to use the collected stamp to stamp this phrase because there's a couple of different phrases on here that's perfect for keeping ephemera. So this one says, "Keepsake, saving this forever." And then you can write what it's from, the date. Next, I'm going to add the little tab here. And I like to stamp first to make sure that I'm leaving enough room before I add the tab to make my pocket. So then you know you have the perfect amount of space for the phrase, and then I can put a little keepsake in there like my son's hospital bracelet from his birth. Another cool thing that these pocket tabs can do is to create a cool flip up. So on this one, I just place the tab in the opposite direction to create a neat flip up, and then I'm going to adhere some cardstock on the base so that it's not completely white. You can get really creative here. If you want to leave it white, you can certainly do that. You can add a little hidden journaling at the top or some little surprise underneath. And then I can use the collected stamp at the bottom to stamp a phrase. Okay, here I use the base die again to create another pocket with the tab this time, and I'm going to use that same cardstock to back the pocket just so that there's some pretty color underneath. Be sure that you keep all of your extra cuts too, as you can use them to do other things with. I just really love this pocket option because you can keep so many things or showcase your photos in a really cool way. You could also use a journaling tag to add a journaling to the pockets, and you can do that all with the pocket frame and flip up metal die. Now you can also take dies from your stash like this stitched heart that I have here that came out in September, and you can use that to create little peekaboo effects on your flip up cards. So you can see that I place the heart in the center of the base die to create a really sweet little heart flip up. I could put a photo in there or pattern paper to create a cute little flip up there. I can also use different kinds of medium to create cool flip up cards. So here I've used the base die with vellum. I like to use a bone folder to get that crease really nice and neat. And then I put a photo on the inside. I've grabbed my collected stamp, and then this stamp says collected bits and pieces, and I'm going to use Versamark ink and a rose gold embossing powder to really make it special. This will really create a cool effect on my pocket pages, as you can just see the photo behind, and it makes you want to flip it up to find out more. From pattern paper to cardstock to watercolor paper, whatever you can run through your die cut machine, this die can cut it out and add it to your pocket pages. And it will look so cool to try different paper mediums together in a pocket page. You guys, I'm so excited about these really cool new products from Elle Studio. The Pocket Frame and Flip Up Metal Die, the Extra Frames Metal Die, Collected Stamp, and Everyday Tabs Volume 2 Metal Die. Be sure to check out all of these products at the link in my video notes to find them in the shop while supplies last. They're sure to be popular. The possibilities of creating with these are endless. I used all of the tags that I created in this video to make an Autumn Moments 2019 pocket page, and this page just shows the versatility of these brand new stamps and dies. I know you're going to love them as much as I do, and I cannot wait to see what you record and keep with them. Thanks so much for watching, and happy creating with your brand new Elle Studio dies and stamps.